Hello and welcome to this video. Today I'm going to customize this little Minecraft tote bag, or rather I should say I'm going to color it. This was originally like a children's coloring kit and my friend got it for me because she knows I actually play a lot of Minecraft. And I do use small tote bags to store my other bags or some of my sewing supplies and stuff. So this was really nice and the quality is actually really good as well. It is like a canvas material and the handles are super sturdy. They have like a nylon plastic kind of woven design thing and they're super like sturdily made. And the print is actually also not bad at all. It did came with felt tip pens though, and I'm not sure if they're even like fabric markers at all. I did test them a little bit on the creeper's foot and they worked pretty great on this. But yeah, I want something that is actually more water resistant since I want to be able to wash it. Now, I definitely immediately noticed some interesting design choices. Like, for example, I mean, the wing of the little bee here, meaning to be see-through, makes sense. But, for example, the egg in front of the chicken is a spawn egg. And not a chicken egg. You can also discuss that maybe the line in the background of the chicken is like supposed to be like the horizon or something, but that's a tiny bit odd. Also the proportions just a little bit, but you know, that's fine. And then like for the feet of the creeper, like the lower block part, design part is like checkerboard, but they also use the checkerboard colors on the side. So instead of making that block black, it's like white technically. But you know, overall it's a super cute design still. And yeah, coloring it I think will bring it to life even more. And yeah, I'm planning to store some of my sewing supplies in there. Mainly I have like special color changing colors of thread and stuff that I use a lot. And those don't really fit in my normal thread storage. So I like to put them in here and just hang it on like a little hook on the side of my cubby that I have all my sewing supplies in. So I'm just starting out with some marabou. These are like fabric paints. And the great thing about these is you can actually thin them down with water if you want to. So that actually is like a super nice thing to get like some lighter color, some blending and stuff. And it just makes it easier to spread them. It's still fabric paint, so it's still tougher. And especially if the fabric soaks the paint in, you will have a little bit of splotchiness and you may have to go over areas like a second time. But in my opinion, they are actually working super well. And again, I really love that they're water soluble because that means you can actually do like watercolor effects and stuff, because I've seen many other fabric paints that you cannot thin out with water. They will get like chunky and weird. And you cannot really achieve this effect with them. But yeah, I started out with the bee. I mixed a little brown for it, but added some like Minecraft-esque little squares in different colors, like orange and light yellow on the yellow part. I also colored the eyes in blue. I colored the little flowers. And then I moved on to the chicken. The chicken is super cute, although a little bit weirdly proportioned, but I think I can work with that. I'm trying to like not be too far off from the original Minecraft designs, but I'm also like taking some liberties to, you know, I don't know, make it look cute in my eyes. So again, starting out with the red little crop here and then going in, coloring the rest of the chicken completely white as a base. And then I'm just mixing some grays and darker, lighter. It's really hard to see on camera because like when the paints are still wet, you cannot see the differences as much. But once they're dry, you can definitely see it a little bit more. But yeah, I think Minecraft chickens are one of my favorite mobs, although my all-time favorite have to be the axolotl. I love them so much. But we are getting a lot of new mobs all around, and I think we are getting some cute stuff in the next few updates, so I'm really excited. But yeah, when I play Minecraft, I mainly actually play modded Minecraft because I really like the dungeon crawling like mods like roguelike adventures and dungeons 1 and 2 or better Minecraft and stuff. Like just a little bit more challenging, more upgrades to the nether and end, a lot more dungeons, a lot more like events, dragons. Dragons are always good. So yeah, lots and lots of different things. But I'm also really excited to play more vanilla because getting certain varieties of stairs and stuff and certain other building blocks now, I feel like the more updates they do to vanilla, the better it definitely gets. I had so much fun exploring the trial chambers in one of the previous updates, and now the Nautilus guys are super interesting, and new like wool types and stuff, those are also super nice. I feel like when it comes to creativity and exploring, it's definitely getting better and better. We just need a really big end upgrade at some point, and maybe some other nether stuff. But yeah, I feel like Minecraft is a very fun game, especially when I play with my friends. And building in the world, I feel like you can do some really elaborate things if you really want to like put some time into the game. But yeah, I decided to actually change the egg. I just didn't want to stick with it being a spawner egg. I could have. It could have made sense that it is a chicken spawner egg. But I decided, no, I'm going to make it an actual chicken egg. To actually fully get the black lines covered, I definitely did need 2 to 3 coats. But it wasn't as bad as I thought. So I just went in, tried to keep like this blocky outline for the coloring. And I went in with some lighter and darker grey yellow tones. And yeah, just colored over all the previous lines. And I think it actually turned out really cool in the end. Now, I did have an issue with my files, and the entire file after this got corrupted, unfortunately, which means the entire painting of the creeper is lost. I still wanted to upload it because you can like tell what I was doing here with me working on the bee and the chicken. Plus the next video I'm editing takes way longer. I already started last week to edit it, and it is definitely a lot more work than I thought, because I need to spend a lot more time like figuring out all the timings and stuff for it. So yeah, that's gonna come hopefully next week. But until then, just having a little coloring project. I feel like sometimes you just need simple projects tonight, like a small diamond painting, a coloring project, or something like this. But yeah, the creeper, very simple, just a base of green and then some lighter greens and dark greens. I decided to go with almost like a camouflage, like mossy green. And yeah, I just colored it, and now all that is left is, first of all, the backgrounds to everything. Because I want to definitely paint in the background of the bee and the chicken. And then I also want to define the black lines again, because the paint definitely is a little bit opaque and it will take away from the details. So I'm just going in, and the black is super potent, so I just watered it down a lot, and I'm taking a very fine brush. It's still super hard to get super fine lines with this, because again, the fabric underneath, it still absorbs and there's texture. But I'm super happy with how I managed to shape everything. I love the added details on the bee. It definitely pops up more. Giving the chicken its little wing back was super nice. I feel like, you know, sometimes outlines are not really needed, but in a style like this, like in this blocky style where everything isn't as much defined by shadows, I feel like they help greatly. And of course, painting the background of the chicken also. I decided to just paint it blue all over. I just wanted a simple contrasting color. I didn't want to, you know, spend time painting grass blocks and stuff. I was debating it, but then I was like, no. You have enough green on this with the plants and the creeper. So just some simple blue to tie it in with the bee. I chose a darker color blue in this case. But yeah, I think it looks super cute. I also love how flat and paper-esque the feet of this chicken look. They look so cute. And the same also for the creeper, and after all that, I was done. So here you can see the final results, and it's very simple. The blue that I used for the background, since I thinned it out, it definitely like traveled a little bit more than I had hoped to. Also, I only noticed after I was done that I had a big fat green smudge on there in the middle, but you know, it's for my sewing supplies. I don't need it to be perfect. And this was actually super fun, so you know, who cares? It was just a fun little side project to relax. But definitely leave me down in the comments below if you actually like design tote bags, like if you like to design them yourself or even use tote bags. And also let me know if you're interested in Minecraft in any way, shape or form. What is your favorite creature in Minecraft? And as always, I hope you have a great day. See you next time. Bye bye!